everybody. Welcome. I'm David. Walking my son. Feeling some guidance to share a message. Got some wind today, so I hope this audio is okay. We'll see what I can do in the post-production. So the message that's coming through today is about something Jesus said, actually. And I've studied lots of teachers, many modern day teachers and some ancient ones, some yogis, and it does seem to me they're all pointing to the same thing in the end. So I really like that, and Jesus for me is no exception. You know, he was, or as one community actually here in Czech Republic calls him Master Yeshua. Jesus said something that was really has always stuck with me and that I've loved. And he said that there's this peace that passes all understanding. Now, of course, this is a translation and we don't know exactly if he said it, but I believe he said that. And just think about that for a second. There's a peace that passes all understanding. And, you know, I have this practice in the morning where I do being states work, where I get myself into a high vibe state, like I did right before this message started to come through. And one of the ways that I get myself into a high vibe state is I use being states. Dobrý den.
Dobrý den.
So some neighbor. I use being states to get myself in higher vibrational versions of myself. And one of the things I say in the morning is, I am peace that passes all understanding. And I don't know if you want to try that and say that to yourself and see what that feels like. Maybe that's the best way for you to access this information, is just feel it yourself, you know. But I'm going to try to transmit this feeling. It's just like such a rest. It's such a dropping of the guard. It's such a sense that, like, oh my God, we're in a wondrous thing called life. We are being held by the universe, being held by God. We are infinite beings, indestructible infinite beings, experiencing this human experience. And underneath it all is this peace. And if you're a fan of David Hawkins' work, you will know that in his levels of consciousness that he tested to be, you know, different vibrational levels of consciousness, peace was near the top. Peace was even above love in his list. And this peace, there's this peace that you can access. And when Jesus said the peace passes all understanding, to me that means you don't have to have a reason for it. It doesn't have to make sense. Like, you don't even understand why you're peaceful, and there's such peace. You know, David Hawkins described it as, you know, you get to a point where the peace of God descends into you. You know, that's what he said. And I would say that's your own peace descending into your human body, you know, because you are an extension of Source. You know, you're an extension of God. And that peace is also yours, and it just comes into your human body without any reason. There doesn't have to be a reason. It doesn't have to make sense. Your physical mind can just be like looking at all the stuff in the world, and your physical biological mind is like, that's horrible. It shouldn't be like this way. Look at those people doing that. It shouldn't be like this. Oh man, the circumstance I'm in sucks so bad. It's terrible. And you can be feeling all those things and thinking all those things, and without needing to change any of that, you can also access a peace that's beyond all understanding. It passes all understanding. It's not even about words. It's about like this resonance that comes, this opening, you know. And one way I've accessed it in the past that you might want to try is feeling the space inside your cells and in between your cells. Yeah, so you can do a meditation where you sit really calm, and you sit down and you start breathing. You just sense your breath, and then you imagine your breath just filling up the space in your body. So not your lungs in particular, but the space in between your lungs and your other organs, the space in between the organs in your chest. And you feel that space, what that space is like, the space in between your cells, the space in between the atoms of your body. Like, you know that technically, scientifically, you are 99.99999% space. Because of the way atoms are structured, there is so much space inside an atom. There's so much distance between the core of an atom and the electrons that they're 99.9% space. So you're 99.9% space, but do you sit and feel that? Because that's actually more accurately you than the physical matter you're made of, is the space you're made of. So can you feel that? Space. Just sit and breathe and feel the space in between everything that you are. And in that space, it's one place I access this peace that passes all understanding. But if you intend to experience this, if you set a strong intention in your heart, like, oh man, I would love to experience that peace that passes all understanding, your life will start to arrange itself and bring you circumstances that give you the opportunity to feel that. Now, some of those circumstances might be things that don't feel good, so that you learn how to heal those. And you learn how to feel peace, even though it doesn't make sense. Because this is the peace that passes all understanding. And how could it... A lot of wind. Getting blown. This message is getting blown across the time and space. Just let me reconnect here. How is it possible that you might feel this peace that passes all understanding, even when your mind is telling you all the things you need to worry about, be angry about, all the things you need to fight against and change, all the ways but you're not okay, you're not good enough, you need to improve. Now, by the way, I'm not saying you have to ignore that stuff. I'm not saying at all ignore that stuff. I'm not saying at all try to change how you're feeling. I'm not saying at all you have to ignore or fight with these thoughts in your mind. That's a losing battle. That's not honoring yourself. Those are valid parts of you trying to express. This is not about ignoring those or bypassing those. But this is about realizing that at the same time, you are peace that passes all understanding. At the same time, that is part of you. That's the more real you. And that idea that it passes understanding shows you it's not about the mind, and it's not about the physical world. It's not about you gaining anything, getting anything. It's not about you just getting your circumstances just right so you can finally relax and feel okay. It's not about you getting enough money. It's not about, how your relationships are supposed to look. It's not about what needs to change in your life. No. It passes all understanding. It doesn't make sense. There's no reason for it. Because it exists. It just is. It is beyond all of these physical things in time space. It's beyond understanding. There's no words. And that's you. That's the real you. So I invite you today and encourage you today to go see if you can feel that. Go see if you can be that. Can you imagine what it would be like if you held in your energy, held in your intention, I am the peace that passes all understanding? And that's what you're going to bring to your work, to your situations, to your relationships. Even when it doesn't make sense, you're just going to be peace. Because you can not faking it, because you can feel that peace that's really you. How would that transform everything you're doing? Oh, look, behind me you can see one of these lookout towers that, the farmers use to, watch for animals and game and sometimes hunt and stuff from there. See that little lookout tower? Hope you enjoyed this message. I hope it helps you. If you liked it, let me know by clicking the like. It's an easy way to tell me. Or, maybe you can, in the comments, if you want to, you can tell me how do you access this peace in your life? How do you access the peace of beyond all understanding, so that you can share with others? Maybe help them access it, in the comments. And of course, in the description, you can find a link to tools I provide that are free to help you access this kind of thing and be the highest version of you in the world so you can create what you love and finally feel your power and your perfection and be free. That's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to share. So thank you very much for watching. Much love.